Hi everyone, this is Ravi. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you all know, I have already published around 20 plus YouTube videos on Tricentis Tosca Test Design Specialist Level 1 and 2 concepts. So as I started publishing more videos on advanced concepts pertaining to automation engineer level 1, so as part of those concepts, this is our third lesson that I'm going to cover. Please do subscribe to the channel, click on bell icon. You'll receive notifications whenever I publish more videos on these concepts. Thank you. So this is our lesson 3 on Tosca Automation Engineer Level 1 concepts. I would recommend you guys to please do visit my previous 2 lessons before you continue watching this session. So in this session, I'm going to cover the concepts like flexible control identification methods and what is constraint index and how can you set up configuration parameter pertaining to constraint index, and also what do you mean by explicit name, how can we use this explicit name while using configuration parameters, and also we are gonna talk about repetition property within the test case module, and then how can we automate a scenario like random products that you want to select from the list of the products and add these random products to the cart. Because this scenario, while automating this scenario, we are going to use the concepts of constraints index, explicit name, and the repetition so that you can easily understand where can we apply these concepts while automating the test cases by using Tosca. Okay, so let's jump onto our system and try to see how can we use these explicit name, constraint index, and repetition in by using a scenario as an example. Okay, so this is like a practical session rather than a theoretical session. If you want to understand theoretical part of this constraint, explicit name, and repetition, I would recommend you guys to visit my previous YouTube videos pertaining to Tosca Automation Specialist Level 1 and 2. Okay, let's jump onto the system and try to automate one of the scenario by using these concepts. Okay, so this is my Tosca tool, okay, where I have test cases module, and also I have another module called modules. Okay, so we are going to work on these two Tricentis Tosca modules. We are going to work on test case module, and also we are going to work on modules module. Okay, so in this session, so as I explained you, what is our scenario? So let me explain the scenario first. So I'm going to log in to my web shop, demo web shop. So I already logged in, and then I'm going to navigate to the books. Okay, once I navigate to the books, I need to add these books products randomly. So I may need to click on this book, add to cart. I may need to add to cart of this particular book, or I need to add this product by clicking on add to cart. Okay, so basically in this page you have multiple add to cart buttons. So you need to add products randomly from this page by clicking on this add to cart, and then once you add products, right, multiple products, around 5 products, go to shopping cart and then remove these products from the shopping cart. Okay, so that's the scenario that we are going to work on, so that I can cover the concepts whatever just now I explained you: explicit name, and then constraint index, and then repetition. Okay, so now if I go to my, let me just go back here. Okay, and let's go to books. Okay, we will be landing on this page. Okay, so if I go to Taskar, Tricentis Taskar, I have created one folder called scenario for randomly choose a product. Under this scenario, okay, so I think I already explained how to add our test steps, and then how can we add a test step for each folder, all these things in my previous videos. Okay, I would recommend you guys to please visit those videos before watching this session. Okay, so under this add random books test case, I created some sub products, sub folders, okay, where my first subfolder is related to my library, right? I have a reusable test block called precondition. I dragged and dropped here. Okay, so this is my precondition where I'll be entering the URL, and then I'm going to log in by using my username password, and then I'm going to navigate to my account. Okay, I navigated to my account. After that, I'm going to navigate to my account and then navigate to books. So here, this navigation of the books, I already added one folder called navigate to books, and where I am selecting the product category called books. Okay, so once I navigate to books, here I need to add the products randomly. Okay, randomly 5 products I need to add by clicking on any one of these add to cart buttons. For that, what we need to do, this is an empty folder, so I'm going to work on this folder. How can we achieve addition of random books to the shopping cart? Okay, for that, first I have to add these controls, add to cart controls, to my module, correct? So let's go to modules. Let me create a new folder called shopping cart, books add to cart. Okay, so let me rename this books add to cart. Under books add to cart, now I need to scan these buttons, correct? So for that, what I'm going to do, just right click and then click on scan and click on application. Okay, so before scanning, let me explain you one thing. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to add 2 controls here. I'm going to add same add to cart control twice. Okay, why? Like this, let me show you. I'm going to add to cart control like this and also like this. What is the difference between these two? My first add to cart control, which is named as constraint index, correct? So that add to cart control is constraint index. When we this constraint index, right, the first one, okay, the first one I added by scanning. When we scan the add to cart button, I have selected this identify by index as an identification method. While scanning the add to cart button, I have selected an option called identify by index as an identification method. Okay, this, then I brought this into Taskar module, okay, as a configuration parameter called constraint index. Okay, that is my first add to cart button. What is my second add to cart button? So this has been scanned. Okay, this is identified by using the configuration parameter called explicit name. So we added a configuration parameter called explicit name and set the value to true. That means I'm going to scan this add to cart button by using explicit name, and then I'm gonna add a configuration parameter called explicit name, and then I'm gonna make it as true. So this will allow us to change the name of this module attribute or the test step value in the test case section, so that we can use the index during runtime in the test case. Okay, so adding a same control in 2 different identification methods is a not recommended process. But to understand the concepts called constraint index and explicit name and repetition, I'm adding same controls twice by using two different identification method. To explain the scenario, I'm doing this, but in real time it is not recommended to add a same control twice by using two different identification methods. You remember that? Okay, so when I start working on these, actually when we start going through the Tosca tool, then you will understand clearly what is the difference between these two. Okay, so you remember that I'm going to add the same add to cart button twice. Okay, so for that, let's go back to our Tosca and then let's scan the page. Right click, scan, click on application, and here once it gives you the option to scan the page, let's select the required page. So this is my required page, and then click on scan button, and then once you click on scan button, it's gonna bring all the controls of your page. So if you see here, I have add to cart button 1, 2 and then 3. Same add to cart buttons twice, threes, right? So let me select two add to cart buttons. Let me select this first. Okay, the first add to cart button, I want to identify this with an index. Okay, I just selected identify by index. I'm going to check this. Okay, this is one control. I want to select another add to cart button again, but this time I don't want to use identify by index. Just leave as it is. Okay, now let's rename this. The first add to cart button, let me rename first add to cart button as add to cart hyphen con constraint index. Means I'm adding this by using identification called constraint index, and let me do this as explicit name. Okay, so two controls I'm adding, and then just click on save. So as soon as you click on save, now the controls added to your module. Close this, go back to module. If you see here, I have two. So let me rename this module as books add to cart. Okay, now if you see here, I have a same add to cart button twice. First one is constraint index. If I select this, if I go right side here, I can see that there is a constraint index 1. Now I want to, because I have to add these, I have to add the books randomly. So that means this is my index 1, index 2, index 3. Now I don't want to use the hard coded value called index 1. So that's the reason I want to replace this with RND 1, 3. This, what does it mean? I'm instructing Tosca to take the index randomly between 1 to 3. That means it picks up the index value from 1 to 3 randomly. Okay, that's done. Okay, that is our configuration parameter. We configured the configuration parameter called constraint index for one of the add to cart button. What about the next one? The next add cart button, I'm gonna add a new configuration parameter here called here. Right click on this and click on create configuration parameter, and you need to name this as explicit name, right? Explicit name. You should not do any spelling mistake. EXPLICIT and then capital NAME, and make this as true. Okay, I made this as true. That means this control can be used as an explicit name control, so that you can use this control, or you can allow us to change the name of the module attribute or the test step value in the test case section. Okay, so let me explain that while automating by using test case. Okay, so remember that we added these two in two different identification methods. One is constraint index, another one is explicit name. Now let's go back to test case. So here now I want to add a test step now. What test step? The test module whatever we added just now, books add to cart, right? So now just add a test step by calling that books add to cart module that just now we added. Okay, just click on that. So now if you see, it imported two modules whatever we added. Okay, now adding into the cart, either I can use this control or this control, right? First let me use the first control called constraint index by using index value. Okay, so for that what we need to do here, I need to constraint index, because this add to cart has already have constraint index random value from 1 to 3, right? So that's the reason I'm going to use this as it is by entering the value as click. Okay, so that means now this control is enabled and I'm passing a value called click. And if you see, this control has a random value, random index value from 1 to 3. Okay, so I added that one. Now, and rest of the folders I already added to empty the cart and then to log out and close. Okay, before executing this test case, let me first see the test configurations. Okay guys, so go to test configurations. I want to change this as ch or Chrome, and then let me enter my username and password, and my password. Okay, so that is done. So now let's go back to details again. So that means now we are first logging in and then we are navigating to books, and then I am clicking on add to cart button, right, randomly. But one thing we forgot here. Okay, let me just again go back. Okay, let me just expand this. So here what we are doing, we are clicking randomly on random index values by using random indexes 1 to 3, correct? But I need to repeat this 5 times so that I can add random products 5 times. So for that what I need to do here, this folder, that means this particular steps under this folder should be repeated 5 times. So that's the reason I have to introduce a repetition. So just select this folder, and here under a properties repetition you just need to pass 5. As soon as you pass 5, now the folder structure is going to change. Okay, let's just enter. So if you see here under folder you have a repetition symbol now, because I have enabled repetition for this folder. That means once it reaches shopping cart, the books page, this folder, this step is going to repeat 5 times. While repeating, this particular button will be clicked by using random index. The first time index might be 1, second time index might be 3, third time index might be again 1, fourth time index might be 2. So basically it's going to select random products 5 times. Okay, so this is done. Now let's run this particular test case and see what happens. Okay, let me just log out and close this browser, right click and run from scratch. So it should open our browser. Okay, log in, and it's entering the email and password, and then it's going to click on books, and then it's going to add, see 1, 2, 3, so it's going to add 5 times. So if you see,
I think my cart is already having some products. Okay, I forgot to clear, but anyway, so if you see, my test case got successful. So if you see here the results, here the add 5 random books folder repeated 5 times. See, repetition 1, repetition 2, repetition 3, 4, 5, right? It repeated 5 times, but it added the random values, random books by using random index name, index number, right? So this is the way you can do. What is our second method? Our second method is, I don't want to use this control. Now I want to use this test step. Okay, for that I'm going to delete this one. Now I want to use this. How should I use this? Because this control is enabled with your explicit name, I can rename the test step here. So let me rename this test step. That means I can use directly index name here, index. So that means I can use index random index 1 to 3. That's it. And pass X here. That means I'm instructing tasker to identify a control by using random explicit name. The explicit name called #1. Second time probably #3. Third time probably #2. So it repeats 5 times. While repeating 5 times, it's going to randomly pick the index by using explicit name. Okay, in the earlier process we used a constraint index property, but this time I'm using the property called explicit name. I'm renaming my step value here to refer to the index. Directly you can rename. That's the advantage of your explicit, and this is the advantage of your random index. Okay, so this way I can do. So now let's see if I run this again, what happens. Okay, let's save this. Now let me right click and run this in Scratchbook. It should perform same kind of operation. It should just go login. It's entered the username password. It's clicked on books. It's going to add. See, it's added and then it's deleted. If I go back to my results, it's going to show me the results. So if you see here, this add to cart, add 5 random books, repeated 5 times this time also. See, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Correct? So that means either you can use constraint index or you can use explicit name to handle these kind of scenarios. And what is the use of repetition? The repetition will repeat. The repetition you are going to define at folder level. So that means at folder level, if you define the repetition, it's going to repeat all the steps that are within this folder those many times. Okay, hope you all understand the concept. Flexible control identification methods like constraint index, explicit name and repetition. By using all these concepts, we created a scenario called add random products to cart. It's really very important concept, guys. Hope you all understand. If you have any queries, please do leave your queries in the comment box so that I can respond to your queries. Thank you.
Hope you all understand the concepts of today's session. Please do subscribe to the channel, click on bell icon. You'll receive notifications whenever I publish more videos. Please don't forget to like and share the video. Thank you.